Alright guys, Corey Margera here, and this is going to be my review on the anime series known as Death Note. You know, I watched it back when it was on Adult Swim, and I recently got the complete series on DVD, as most of you know already by seeing my update DVD collection. And basically, I just want to do a review on the series because it is one of my favorite animes. And one thing I like about it is it's not long as shit. I hate animes nowadays. I don't. This ain't like back in 2005, 2004, and stuff like that when I was still in high school and, I had more time to watch anime and read mangas and stuff like that. Now that I'm older and have more shit going on, I can't just be fucking glued to a TV watching anime or glued to my laptop watching every single episode, which a fucking anime. Like, I just can't be bothered with that shit. I have other things to do. You know, I don't have the time like I used to just sit and watch anime all day or play video games all day and stuff like that. So, that's one thing I really do love about Death Note. It is a very short anime. It's only like 37 episodes. And, it gets to the point for the most part. It doesn't have a lot of filler. Every episode leads into something else. It's not like Bleach or a lot of these other shonen animes that just have a lot of fucking filler and just drag on way too fucking long and have so much bullshit in them that it's like, wow, this isn't even entertaining. It's stupid. Like, get the fuck out of here with this crap. Same thing in not just anime, but all TV shows in general. It's like Arrow had the same thing with the flashbacks and all these other shows. It's just like it's like they take too damn long. It's like, get to the fucking point. That's one of the reasons why I don't watch TV anymore. It's like, I'd rather watch movies and film because I don't have time to just be consumed with TV. The only show, like, I like, aside from like Family Guy, South Park, shit like that, and of course when I used to watch pro wrestling. Other than that, I can't keep up with shows like that. It's just, unless it's really good, unless it's something I could truly relate to, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so fucking badass, and this is so cool, I can relate to this, the characters are awesome, everything is awesome. I can't be bothered with this shit. I can't be bothered with a lot of TV shows nowadays because they're just so much fucking filler and so much of the same old shit too. It's like it's either predictable or it's so stupid you couldn't even predict it because it's just that fucking stupid. And it's, again, most shows are like that nowadays. But, you know, Death Note is a really great anime, you know, and basically it really brings up the concept of how is killing people wrong, even if they're bad people. It really goes there. It really tries to dig deep with that message, with that moral, pretentious message. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was on Light's side the entire time. I was Team Kira all the way. I wanted fucking Light. And, I didn't really care if Light and Misa got together. I did not care for Misa. Misa was an annoying moe bitch. I didn't give a shit about Misa. I'm sick of every anime having like this annoying, stupid bitch character who tries to be so cute and moe and kawaii and kawaii or whatever. It's just like, it's getting cliche, guys. I'm sorry, Japan. It's getting cliche. It's getting real fucking cliche. And, so yeah, that's my thoughts on Misa. Just to get her out of the way, I don't give a fuck about her character. Light was a badass. I liked him throughout the entire series. I was rooting for him the whole series. Light was just fucking, he was cool, calm, and collective. He was very smart. He did get stupid later on in the series. because he got a little bit too well, not stupid, but overconfident. But I'm gonna get to that later. L, I hated him, but he was just so, and not to sound gay or anything like that, or he was just so adorable. He was just light. I mean, not light. L was just so adorable. He was like so ridiculous. He was like a fucking. He was just ridiculous, and I couldn't stand him. I was just like, oh my god, I can't stand L. Come on, stop being so fucking smart. At least it's like, and that's one thing I don't like about Death Note too. It's just like, first of all, there's no way. First of all, let's be honest. Let me start off with the plot of the series. For those of you who've never seen it, it's about a high school student named Light Yagami. The series starts off while he's still in high school. Then eventually he's in college and blah, 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 blah. But basically, he finds a Death Note. He's like a senior in high school. He's bored. He's sick of the world. He's sick of... And I don't blame him one bit. That's one of the reasons why I can relate to his character so much. He finds the Death Note randomly. It's just like on the street somewhere. And I'm surprised no one else picked it up. But he picks it up. And basically, he reads the rules of the Death Note. Like, if you know the person's face and their name, you write it in the Death Note, they die, and like a few seconds later or something like that. And basically, Light finds it. First of all, he doesn't believe that it's real, so he tries it out. When he gets back to his home, he goes to his room and he's watching the news. He sees some criminal holding everyone up hostage, so he writes, and they report his name on the news. Like, yeah, they know who the hostage is. And that was completely unrealistic. Like, when you have a hostage situation, how do you know who the person is? Like, and you would think that that person, that robber, would be smart enough to at least cover his face and his identity. But the news knew exactly who he was. And they posted his name all over the news. And, of course, Light, like a fucking cool badass, he writes his name in the Death Note. He's thinking, like, it's probably not even going to work anyway. And holy shit, it works. He kills him. And I'm all for Light through the entire season. I don't give a fuck what you people say. Light was awesome. He was justice. Kyoto was justice. Fuck all of you who think otherwise. You're a bunch of fags who are way too politically correct. I was on Light's side the entire fucking time. And, granted, I think he did go a little bit too far toward the later series where he was just like killing so many people he didn't even need to kill. He killed that Lynn L. Taylor person who he didn't need to kill, who in the fourth episode everybody thought it was L, and it was like, dude, you didn't even need to kill him. They're not gonna find out it was you. The fact that you killed him, you wrote his name in the Death Note, now you made it more obvious for L. And at that point I would have just been like, how the fuck are the cops gonna find you? Okay, first of all, cops can't prove that you did it. You have a notebook. You were not at the scene of the crime. There's no evidence, no fingerprints, no nothing. If this were real life, let's be honest here. If this were real life, nobody would have done shit. Nobody would have done shit. The government would have tried to see, like, wait a minute, this is a little bit weird and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, no one would have found out who the fuck Kyoto was. Nobody. Let's be honest here. There ain't no special force that would have found out who Kira was. How the hell are you gonna find out? How the hell motherfuckers are dying from heart attacks. How the hell can you prove somebody is killing them? How the hell can you prove that? You can't prove that in a court of law. Especially, I don't know how it is in Japan, but in America, you are innocent until proven guilty, unless you're a black person or a minority or something like that. All right, and even then, there's no proof that you did it. All right, even O.J. Simpson got off. There was the fucking glove didn't fit. Okay, there's no way Light would have got unless Japan is a lot more strict. I don't know, but in America, no one would have found out who had a Death Note or anything like that. It would have been a coincidence. Some people would have found it fishy. Some conspiracy theorists would have found it fishy, and some people would have found it fishy. But ain't nobody gonna prove shit. When you die of a heart attack, you can't. How the hell can you be guilty of that? No one knows about a death. Well, now they do if they've seen the anime. But I mean, you can't prove that. You can't, like, if no one's ever heard of Death Note or anything about Death Note, you can't prove that somebody killed somebody by writing their name in a note, but you can't prove that. You can't prove that in a court of law. You can't. Okay? Unless, of course, they find a death note and see that you're writing people's names, and then they can convict you. But ain't nobody's gonna find that out. Nobody's gonna be like, oh my god, people are dying of heart attacks. Somebody must have a death note. Somebody must be killing it. How? It's like no one would have. If the death note was real, nobody would have found out about it. No one would have been stupid enough to. And Light is a very smart individual, but he's fucking childish at times. And it was very childish how he just killed Entei. If I was Light, I would have just had people die of different ways, not just heart attacks. First of all, I'd have people die all over the world, And I know that Death Note came out back in, the mid 2000s, before the internet really started. The internet was really starting to gain steam at that point. Like you could go and find out like who's a criminal and stuff like that. You can just look at like the fucking Virginia Tech killer and stuff like that and kill him, before, like, if they would have released his name. But there's no way you would have found out, and he eventually killed himself anyway. But if it's like that and people release names and stuff and information on the news like that, you can easily just kill people all over the world. You could just research criminals all over the world and kill them. And kill dictators and stuff that are against your political beliefs and stuff like that. Right? There's no evidence. There's no proof that you killed them. And you just hide the death note. Which is what Light should have done. But Light was fucking... And this is my problem with Light. And I like Light. But he tried so hard to prove that he was not Kyoto. Instead of just saying, hey, what evidence do you have? He should have just been cocky and said, hey, what are you going to prove me for? And granted, the killings didn't... And this was one thing that I liked about Light. When L basically made him, his father, and Misa go to solitary confinement, the killings continued. So people were starting to lose faith in L. And, it was just like, seriously, like, come on. Like, you can't prove that he's Kira. Killings are continuing. He's not doing shit. You can't prove... Yeah, you can find him weird and suspicious, but you can't prove that he's Kira. And you have to just let it go. Okay? And that's the one thing I hated about L. He literally tried to be too smart than he should have been. And it's like, no one else is going to have that... Like, it's not realistic. It's just not realistic for you to, like, think that he's still Kira just because you are weird for him. And it shows, like in the episode where he's fucking wiping his feet while he's standing in the rain. I mean, L, you're adorable, but you're a fucking weird loser idiot. I'm sorry. You just try to be too anal about things, and that's why I'm glad you died. I'm glad Misa's Shinigami fucking killed you. Because you were being dumbass. You're trying to be too smart for your own good, and it got you killed. And that's what you get. But, they should have just said, fuck it. Kyoto is justice. Let's just stop doing crime. That's how it should have happened. But some people are that stupid. But again, I digress. One thing I hated about the series was Mello and fucking Nier. Oh my god, I hated them. I always hated them. Especially Mello. Nier was a fucking L wannabe. He was a fucking L wannabe. Again, another anal bitch. Basically, blah 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 blah. Mello and Nier had to basically work together in order to be just as good as L. Basically. And Light was stupid. What he should have done was, he knows that they're going to try to steal the Death Note. They're probably going to find out that it's fake. So why not hide the real Death Note? Why not take pages out of the real Death Note? Keep them for security purposes. What Light did, he kept them in his watch. But it's like, why not take full pages out, fold them up, put them into your pocket, and tell Mikami to do the same thing? It's like, that was so stupid. That was like, you got cocky and stupid. Like, it was literally like, you could have easily finished this whole thing and ruled the world and created a new... You could have been the god of a new universe, but you were so fucking stupid. Easily could have done it. Easily. And Mikami was stupid too. And I love Mikami, no homo. He was an awesome character. Delete! 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 Oh my god, I love that guy. I love that guy, no homo. He was fucking awesome. And he was awesome. He was fucking awesome. You know, he was hilarious. He was like, and I loved his backstory, how he stood up to bullies and didn't even listen to his mom when she was telling him, like, oh, the world is, you can't change the world. And like, he was just determined. He didn't give a fuck. And that's what I love and respect about Mikami. He was badass. I swear, I've never seen anyone write as badass as him. That was just pure shonen goodness right there. Delete! 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 It was just, I was just enjoying. Every time he did that, I was just marking out like a motherfucker. I was just marking out. Yes. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Mikami was such a badass. But, you know, and basically, I'm going to talk about some of the other characters. Light's dad, who's a goody two-shoes cop, blah, 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 blah. His mom and sister, who are blah, 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 just there for filler. You know, just to show that he is a family. Sister's annoying. She becomes less annoying when she grows up. Misa's annoying as shit. More annoying than fucking Light's sister. Ryuk, Light Shinigami. He's basically neutral. He doesn't give a fuck. He's not on L or Light's side. He basically he's doing this because he's bored as shit. Like in the Shinigami world, it's boring as hell, bland. It's like dilapidated and fucked up and blah, 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 blah. So he basically comes to the human world, follows Light around just for some fucking apples, and just because he's bored as shit. So there you go. That's Ryuk right there. Misa Shinigami, forgot her name, because I didn't like her. She's a bitch. It's like, why the fuck would you like Misa just because she's cute? Like, literally, and that just shows how stupid Shinigami are. But, you know, basically, Light, there's times when Light is really childish, and there's times where he's really smart, and I'm like, wow, this guy is biblical. And this is one of those times. Light literally, he basically uses Misa to get Misa's Shinigami to do what he wants. And that is just pure fucking genius. And it's just, he's such a criminal, he's just such a I'm not even going to say he's a criminal mastermind, because he's for justice. You know, he's for his strict policy of justice. And, you know, he's just fucking, whether you like him or not, you have to respect Light. You have to respect him. He's fucking, you have to just respect the fact that, you know what, he's awesome. He's just fucking awesome. And he's just so smart. And he knows how to put it on, and he knows what he's doing. He knows how to be a character. He knows how to manipulate people. He's just so conniving. He's fucking, there's times where he's just so smart. And it's just like, wow, why didn't I think of that? Like, literally, that's how Light is fucking awesome. He is. L, he's just a son of a bitch. I hated him. But I respect his character, but I hated him. He was just such a piece of shit. He was just fucking sitting like a monkey, being all annoying and eating all this food. And he was just a real piece of work. He really was. God, he's childish too. He even admitted it. He's like, I know Kyoto is childish and hates to lose. And I know this because I'm childish and hate to lose. And it's like, God, this guy, man, this fucking L, man. This guy, he's a real pain in the ass. He's a real son of a bitch. Get out of here. But I mean, he did keep Light on his toes. He was a great rival for Light. And it did make the series much more suspenseful. You know, but Nier and Mello, I just straight up couldn't stand. I just hated their characters, period. I just straight up hated. Nier was a fucking L wannabe. The fucking Mello was a piece of... Mello just sucked. Mello was just complete shit. I was like, fuck. Kill that bastard Mello already. I was hoping that, you know, Mikami had the Shinigami eyes would just tell him his name. L would write his name in the death note. Get him out of here already. He was a piece of shit. Fucking terrible character. But, you know, I digress. So basically, yeah, the animation was great. You know, I think the animation was done by Madhouse, if I'm not mistaken. The animation is really great. The production studio did it was Madhouse, if I'm not mistaken. And the animation, it's just really detailed. It's very fluid. It's very good. The animation is excellent. I think the animation is really excellent. The other characters who are just not important. The fucking cops who are working with L and Light to find out who Kira is, they're not important. They're really not important. You know they're not important. They all fucking suck. Except for that one officer that wanted to be Misa's bodyguard, manager, whatever. He was an annoying piece of shit faggot. All the cops that were working with them, along, and this includes Light's dad, were all completely irrelevant. They didn't do anything to help solve the Kira case. They didn't do shit. They were basically filler characters. And they were. Yes, they were. They were. They were. They were. They didn't do shit to help. They didn't do shit. They didn't think of anything. L was basically doing all the work. Light was basically trying to rival him and blah, 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 blah. None of the other cops did anything. Period. So, yeah, I'm not going to explain them. And they're not important. They're just filler characters. And we all know that they're just filler characters. So, why even bother mentioning them? All in all, I really enjoyed it. I hated the ending. Because I wanted Light to win so bad. I was like, yes, win. Come on, Light. Yes. Come on, Mikami. Write their names in the death note. Kill them, goddammit. And then, at the end, they found out they replaced Death Note. And they also replaced the real Death Note with a fake Death Note. Because they found out what the real one was. Because they were so stupid. They didn't just take out pages from the real Death Note and keep them in his fucking pocket. Mikami, you dumb fuck. And just say, hey, you know what? They're not dying. Let me hurry up. And why the fuck were you saying delete right through the crack of the door? The cops heard you. Nier heard you. It's like, you're stupid. You're fucking stupid. And if you were going to have the fake Death Note and you found out that was fake, write Light's name down and erase one of the other names, like Nier's name. So then you would have people thinking that, hey, Nier is actually Kira. But of course you wouldn't think of that because you're fucking stupid. I love you, but you're stupid. You're fucking stupid. Mikami, I love you. I love your character. I really had a lot of sympathy for your character, and I still do. But you were so fucking stupid. You were. On that final episode, you were so fucking stupid. And Light was fucking stupid. It was like, why the hell would you get so cocky? Wait until they're dying, then get cocky. You basically gave it away. He's like, wait a minute, they're not dying. So, you know what? Let me just wait a minute and write Light's name in and erase fucking Nier's name or somebody else's name and fucking make them guilty. And then completely throw Nier and all the other officers and the people who were working under the investigation off. Throw them off. But no. They're not dying, so... God! I can't believe... No! And all this stupid shit. Just the ending was fucking stupid. And it sucked. It did. It really brought down the entire anime. But... it was still a good anime. It was good while it lasted. Not too long. Not that much filler. Barely any filler at all. You know, every episode pretty much had a purpose. And that's why I have to say Death Note is one of my favorite animes. I love it. And I definitely recommend it for those of you who have never seen it. And, if I had to give it a rating, I would say probably give it a 9 out of 10. Maybe 8.5. No, 9. I'd give it a 9. It's really good. It's really suspenseful. Um, Despite some of the stupid things that happen in it, but it's really good. I definitely recommend it. And on that note, I am done. Later, guys.